Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America is set to invest $80 million into the midterm elections in 2026. The group is targeting 4 states in particular. The pro-life group plans to reach 10.5 million voters across the country through canvassing, digital advertising, voter contact mail, and an early vote campaign as races progress. SBA is focused on battleground states Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, and Iowa. The field team will connect with pro-life voters who did not consistently vote in midterm elections. According to a CNN poll, Donald Trump won 91% of the pro-life vote in 2024. Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America President Marjorie Dannenfelser said in part, quote, "Republicans simply cannot win without their pro-life base, especially in midterm elections when overall turnout drops. Pro-life voters are the heart and soul of the Republican Party," unquote. For more, we turn to Caitlin Connors, Regional Political Director for Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America. Caitlin, thank you so much for being with us. First off, can you put these numbers into context for us? How much has SBA Pro-Life America traditionally spent in midterm elections?
Yeah, so we are planning our biggest investment yet of $80 million for the midterm election. We are going to be focusing on the United States House and Senate to make sure we maintain a pro-life majority, which is crucial to make sure that we can continue the progress that we have made as a pro-life movement. We have seen, of course, since the overturn of Roe versus Wade, so many opportunities, both at the state and federal level, to continue to protect lives. And we are all in $80 million worth of investment, maintaining those House and Senate races. We're going to focus particularly in Iowa, Georgia, North Carolina, and Michigan, but really will be all across the country in some of the most competitive seats to maintain those majorities.
And how exactly will the money be spent? Are there particular initiatives you guys are working on?
Yeah, absolutely. So both Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America, our mother organization, and Women Speak Out, our super PAC, will be joining forces. We are going to be visiting voters at their doors. That voter contact, really having those one-on-one conversations with voters at the door, is unmatched in terms of quality. And then on top of that, having those contacts so that we can really get the word out as much as we can. We'll have a digital presence, we'll have mail, we'll have phones, text messages, really across the gamut of communications, so that voters out there realize who the pro-life candidate is, who is the right candidate to vote their values, and the extreme nature, unfortunately, of the Democratic Party when it comes to the issue of abortion.
Now, as you mentioned, the efforts primarily target 4 states: Georgia, Iowa, Michigan, and North Carolina. Tell us, why did you choose these 4 states?
Those 4 states each have an incredibly competitive United States Senate seat. And so maintaining a majority in the United States Senate is crucial so that we can maintain progress on the pro-life front. Those states also have competitive House districts, and in some cases, competitive gubernatorial seats as well. So when you look at each of those states, there are so many opportunities to either pick up some additional seats or to maintain the pro-life representation that we have there. So we're really honing in on those 4 states. They are kind of a hotbed of political action. But then across the country as well, looking at least a dozen other House districts that are in some other states across the country that are also incredibly competitive and will be key to maintaining a pro-life majority in the United States House.
And what is your sense for the mood among pro-life voters headed into the 2026 terms, especially as the Trump administration pushes access to in vitro fertilization, which the church opposes and results in the destruction or a limbo state for millions of embryos, among other issues?
Yeah. We are doing our very best to motivate the pro-life base when they come out to vote in these midterm elections. We know that if the pro-life base does not show up to vote, we will not win. In fact, in 2024, 91% of pro-life voters voted for President Donald Trump. If 1 or 2% of us stayed home, that election would have been completely different, and we would not have made any progress or had the hope to continue to make progress on the pro-life front. So it's imperative that our pro-life base is not disillusioned, and that we as a pro-life movement continue to demand action, that both in Washington, D.C. and at the state level, we are doing everything with our elected representation to promote and protect unborn life and their mothers.
And what's one call of action you can leave our viewers with?
Well, first, I want you to go vote when it comes time in your state and make sure you're educating yourself on the pro-life candidate who is there. Hopefully, one of our friendly canvassers will meet you at your door to talk to you about it one-on-one. But also talk to your friends and family. Let them know that the pro-life issue is truly on the ballot when it comes to what we could face in Washington, D.C., especially if the pro-abortion majority comes back. Unfortunately, a Democratic Party who seeks to have abortion on demand throughout pregnancy and taxpayer funding is at stake. So we have to make sure as a pro-life base of voters that we go and we vote for those candidates who are going to maintain our values and protect unborn life.
Kaylin Connors, Regional Political Director for SBA Pro-Life America, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.